Every other speaker is. Is this no? That's just where. That's where it's like after the guest speakers. Okay. And then I. All right. All right. We're gonna get things going today. I hope you all enjoyed the ice cream and tea sandwiches. Good afternoon. Welcome to the 2023-2024 John Drury High School Radio Awards. For those of you who I have not had the pleasure of meeting yet, I'm Zach DeWitz. I am the general manager of WONC here at North Central College, and I am the executive director of the John Drury High School Radio Awards. Today, we are celebrating the best in high school radio across the nation. We are honoring the legendary legacy of Chicago broadcaster John Drury. During his illustrious career, which lasted more than 4 decades, John focused his efforts on investigative reporting, and he earned many accolades along the way. I am really excited to see the amount of people that we have here today, as well as the schools who are watching our live stream. This competition, when I started in 2018 at North Central, had 7 or 8 schools competing, and now we're up to 22. So this is a competition that has grown, and I think it shows a lot about the talent at high school radio stations across the country. Participating states all over the country, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Washington State, Michigan, California, South Carolina, Texas, New Jersey, Louisiana, and Arizona. So really all over the country. When I was like you, when I was in high school, radio was not something that was offered. We didn't even have a media program. We had yearbook, and that was it. We didn't have a TV station. We didn't have a radio. Social media wasn't a thing, so we had no graphics or anything. It was just school. But radio was something I was always interested in for a very long time. I was really interested in it, and I never had a chance to explore it until I came to North Central College and worked at WONC. My original plan was to be a high school history teacher. That lasted all of 1 day. I came here, I saw the radio station, I said, this is what I'm gonna do. My mom was not thrilled, as you may imagine, but she was supportive. And she pushed me to follow a passion instead of just a job. She wanted me to enjoy what I did with my life, which would have been a little hypocritical if she hadn't, because she's an artist. And let's be honest, artists don't make a ton of money. So she trusted me to make the right decision in my future with North Central. And the facility here and the opportunities here were much more than I would have gotten anywhere else, and more than I could have expected. And that's what led me into my career in commercial radio. Now, in my 4 years here, I tried to do everything. Everything I could possibly do, I wanted to do. I was an on-air DJ. I did news and traffic reporting. I did sports broadcasting poorly. I did sports talk poorly. I did production. I even did sales and promotions. I did everything that I could possibly do so that when it became time to do it for real, I at least had a foundation. Luckily for me, a local radio station took a chance on me at 22 years old, right out of college, and I was there for 12 years. It was a great career, but in 2018, I decided something needed to change. I came back here to do what I initially wanted to do when I went to college, and that was teach. And one of the things that my mom taught me was that you never stop learning. Even when you think you've learned everything you need to know, you never do stop learning. And that's something that I want you to remember. All of the things that you're learning now, great. You are building a great foundation. But as you move on to college, or if you go out and you get a job, there are always more to learn. And you should always welcome that. Even if it's something that you're not going to use after high school. I know we all said that at some point. Trust me, one day you'll be standing in front of people and you'll have that little nugget of information. I do know that. And then they'll look at you like, why do you know that? Because I never stop learning. I always have an inquisitive mind. Opportunity, you never want to take that for granted. Whether you are planning to pursue a career in broadcast or in media, or if this is just something that you do for fun, there are transferable skills. All right, I tell my students that all the time, whether you want to go into radio or not, the things that you are learning will make you better at whatever it is you want to do. You're always going to need to communicate with people. Radio is all about communication, thinking on your feet, not being afraid to talk to people. That is just scratching the surface of what you learn working at a radio station. And we are fortunate today to have three really distinguished alumni from North Central College, and they all worked at WONC in different capacities. They used their experiences here to pursue different goals, and they're going to share their stories with you. They're going to share their experiences and share some tremendous insight into the world of professional broadcasting, as well as careers outside of broadcasting. They've been able to utilize those skills learned at North Central and WONC. The first of our alumni guests today got their start at WONC and has had a nice career in TV broadcasting. I'd like you to welcome from Naperville Community Television, a 2006 graduate of North Central College, Justin Cornwell.
Thank you, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for taking the trip here to Naperville. This is a campus, a place that's very important to me. I actually, like I'm sure a lot of you and like Zach, I had a interest in radio early on. However, did not have a radio station in my high school. So I actually, in the summer times, WONC at the time offered a high school radio camp that I went to every summer starting after my freshman year. And so that kind of really got my interest and desire into pursuing the career further before I then went into attending North Central and then getting in the radio station. And Zach actually was my very first mentor when I first started in radio. So I know that the current crop of students are in good hands because he certainly helped me a lot. And we obviously became close friends. And one of the things I appreciate most about working at WONC is and really just in this field, it's something that you may all feel and appreciate as well, is that you really kind of form kind of a bond and a connection with the people who kind of share this interest in this field. And a lot of my closest friends from my time at North Central, most of them are people I worked with at the radio station, including my wife, who I met early on. So we actually didn't start dating when we were in college, but we've been together for over 10 years now. So again, those types of things, that's a special thing for me. Now I actually did eventually shift over into the television field, which is different, but there's a lot of skills that certainly cross over. After leaving North Central, I then went to film school for 2 years before moving to Los Angeles. Eventually started working as a production assistant for a television show on ESPN at that time called Jim Rome's Burning. And then worked for CBS Network and then eventually NFL Network as an editor, doing camera work as well. So those are all kind of things that kind of surprised me that initially I didn't think that I would kind of pursue or have an interest in. But it just kind of came with the experience of trying new things, saying yes to things. That's something that I found that really helped my career. And I think is something that everyone, I mean, whether you're going into radio or not, is kind of a mentality that you should embrace. Certainly as you kind of enter life after high school. So that was about 15 years ago that I initially moved, and then in about 2015, when at that time I was at NFL Network, and the show I was working on was coming to an end, as you can imagine. NFL Network, there's a lot of it is more seasonal work because, once the NFL season was over that year. So I was kind of looking for something potentially more permanent and then the chance to move back to the Chicago area. And I saw an opening at Naperville Community Television, which is a nonprofit television station here in Naperville. And I was hired as the sports director in the spring of 2015. So I've been in that role ever since. And the thing I really enjoy about that is getting to do a wide variety of different things. I get, as a sports director, we film local high school games. I'm actually, when I am done with this speech, there's currently a North Central College football game that is going on. I am supposed to be directing that game. Someone is, our engineer is actually filling in for me probably for the first quarter. So, because when I initially had agreed to do this, and North Central games usually in the past had always started at 1 o'clock. Today's game is at noon. So it was it took me a little longer to kind of make that kind of like, oh wait, that's the same time. So anyway, so that's one of the things I get to do as well. Obviously a lot of editing, covering those sports, getting to there's play-by-play opportunities. So just and like Zach said, it's a way to kind of follow your passion. I never have a day where I'm coming out of a weekend, going into Monday, like the Sunday scaries, as people call it. I never have that feeling like being in the broadcast field. That's the thing that I love. It's not a job. It's something that I get to do. And I mean, there's always going to be hard days. I mean, all work is hard, and there's days that are difficult, but it's never anything that I'm never dreading going into work. And I think that's the thing that I appreciate the most about this field. And that kind of started with WONC. It was always I would, and Zach was someone like this as well. I would spend other time when I wasn't on air just kind of hanging out at the station with my friends, or just doing because it was just a fun place to be. And that's kind of where I got my start with that. And one thing that I've also found is with we've, outside of myself, we've had other recent graduates from WONC who've come in, and even though obviously WONC is radio, NCTV 17 is television, the training they have, I've always been shocked at how quickly they've been able to come in and kind of hit the ground running and kind of work with us. And I think we've had, in the last year, we've had 3 people work for us, all starting as part-time. One of them we hired as full-time. The other one just got did you hear about that with Jay? It's maybe not the best time to catch up on this, but just got a full-time job as a videographer in Milwaukee. So it's so it's kind of it's a nice way for to kind of stay connected with the school and kind of find people who to help our station, cover all the different high school and collegiate sports in the area. So the fact that you're able to do this, kind of at the age, it's something that I basically am jealous of your opportunities, and I hope that you really kind of enjoy and appreciate that you have that. And again, whether it's something that you pursue or not, I think just your interest in it and kind of your passion for it, and the friendship and connections that you make with it is something that you're going to appreciate, basically your for the rest of your lives. So, and I'm someone who's a judge for this contest. I listened to a lot of this, and I was really impressed with the talent, and I really enjoy kind of getting to hear that, I mean, obviously I have more of a sports background, but to hear the kind of different variety of products that are put out there, whether it's news, talk, things like that. So yeah, so again, I thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for taking the time. I'm going to get over to that that football game, so which hopefully everything's running smoothly. I'm sure it is. So, but again, thank you for being here. Congratulations to all of you, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
All right, our second guest today graduated from North Central in 2017, has spent her career working in and now teaching broadcasting and media. Please join me in welcoming the host of the very popular Emo Social Club podcast and North Central professor, Lizzie Baumgartner.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here today. Now, as somebody who originally spent majority of my adolescence in the Naperville education system, I did almost everything in my power to not go to North Central College originally. And some of you may feel the same, dependent upon where you are from as well. You want to get away. You want to be able to do a variety of different things away from where your parents live. Now, while I went to College of DuPage for my first 2 years, I said, what I'm going to do is transfer to Elmhurst University. That didn't work out, and I ended up coming back home to North Central College. Now, through that, I found this to be a great benefit. Through going here and finding out about the different programs available here at North Central, I was able to get involved in WONC and the debate team here as well. Now, a lot of you don't know me, but up until the time I was about probably 19 years old, I could not talk to anybody without crying. I had such terrible social anxiety to the point I couldn't really talk or have conversations with a lot of people. So when I was introduced to the world of debate and argumentation and to radio, I said, this is what is going to help me be better. Now this is where we are today. And I talk a lot, partially for a living, and in front of many different people on a day-to-day basis. Now, other things that have happened for myself since coming here and progressing within my education and in the field of broadcasting include a variety of things such as networking opportunities, new just openings for learning advancement, and also being able to still explore and do a lot of different things that the traditional person outside of the media entertainment broadcast sphere may not have. Now, when we talk about networking, when I was at WONC, I jumped in, I said, I want to do everything. Since I was a little kid and I was home terribly sick with the flu, watching Fuse TV because MTV was kind of before my time in that way when it wasn't all reality shows. I remember waking up and seeing, now maybe not the best band to get you really excited to say I want to do more of this for a living, seeing a Hollywood Undead music video playing, and I said, whoa, this is crazy, this is great music, and seeing people be commentators and presenters. And I said, I want to do that. I want to work in the music industry. I want to do something like that. From there, I was very early on, and I would actually video edit animated music videos to different types of music with different TV characters, okay? This was 2009, so this was the time for that kind of content creation. Now, I was very lucky that my parents said, you want to do this type of creative work, that's really cool. Let's give you the tools to be able to do it to the best of our abilities. So I have always been very grateful to have a supportive family to be able to foster that creativity that a lot of people may say, is that really gonna work for you? It can work for you as long as there is support. Now, from there, when I joined WONC, I was able to jump right in and work in the promotions department. I had my own radio show, Local Chaos, which highlighted local musicians. While I was here, me and my co-host were able to actually book larger acts like the Walters here on campus and also Lucky Boys Confusion. Now, I don't know if that has really happened again in the last few years. It would be really cool to see it, but those opportunities are available if you make it known. If you are aggressive and you say, this is what we need. This is how we foster community and also connectivity. Through promotions and my local radio show, I've been able to interview countless bands. One of the very first interviews I actually did was with Andrew WK, who oddly enough really loves Naperville, Illinois for some reason, and I'm still not entirely sure why. Very nice man though. From there, I have interviewed many people over the last decade. I recently just came back from Las Vegas during the When We Were Young festival weekend, my second year doing press there, and I interviewed Jimmy Eat World, Boys Like Girls, and a bunch of other really well-known acts. I also met up with acts that I am personally friends with, like Anne Berlin, which is one of my favorite bands. And it's crazy to say that back then, looking at 14-year-old Lizzie, saying, hey, one of your favorite bands is now your friends. And that has happened with a lot of different people because we foster networking, connectivity, keeping those connections over the years and being very consistent and nice and pleasant when working within that sphere. Now, if we also look at education as well, I am somebody who is a very big learner. As somebody who's a first-generation college student, I had to navigate the collegiate experience kind of alone. While I did have family support, no one really knew what was going on. And a lot of people don't know what's going on. Outside of WONC, North Central College has one of the best first-generation programs that I have seen as an educator and as somebody who is a previous student looking for that support. Here, they were able to give me different workshops that helped elevate me to the same playing field as somebody who had parents who had previously attended college, who had parents who were those who actually worked in office environments, who were able to give me a perspective that I didn't know if I could ever achieve outside of that. Now, within that too, looking at the radio station, we are a basically incubator for test driving what it is like outside of the college sphere. I am also the faculty advisor for WRSE at Elmhurst University. Ironically enough, I did go back. We always go back to where we start eventually. When we do that, and I tell all of my students, this is where it's okay to mess up to a degree, of course, but this is a learning space. We can mentor you. We can do role play scenarios on how to work with managing other people, how to do conflict resolution, how to understand how we're picking currents, how we're programming, how we're setting things up. And those are also transferable skills, which ironically is a term I really hated for a long time, because I always felt that if you're going to go to school for something, you need to go 100% and really be in that sphere. Now, obviously, since the pandemic, things have changed quite rapidly. So transferable skills are things that are really invaluable at this point. You will need to be able to work around and be versatile. Something I also tell all of my students is it's better to learn a little bit of everything than know too much of one thing. This allows you to move around in a lot of different spaces. When I was also beginning my career in radio, I started as a promotions assistant part-time at 93 WXRT. Entercom was the parent company. Now it is Odyssey. And I worked my way up from there. During that time as well, I also worked at our sister news station, WBBM News Radio, and I was a production assistant. Now, when the pandemic hit, I lost one of those jobs because you can't do events when you don't want to be around people. But I also learned and gained a lot of invaluable experience in the newsroom as well, going in every single day in the middle of a pandemic, going downtown and showing access paperwork in order to get into my office in the Loop in downtown Chicago during protesting, rioting, and looting, in order to give the people what they need and updates. During that time as well, I was finishing my master's degree at DePaul University in journalism. I was going full force because I knew at the end of the day, my backup plan is also to do teaching on the side, to think ahead and know that inevitably when radio tells you to get out, which again, we probably all heard, you haven't worked in radio or broadcasting unless you've been fired. I'm thinking ahead. I don't have a 5-year plan, but I think about the worst case scenarios ahead of time. So I'm not shocked when it happens. During that area of time, once I finished my master's degree, I ended up getting promoted to the national markets for Odyssey and being a production coordinator as well. Also, two months, and I don't even have my actual diploma, I started working at WRSE, and I started teaching here as well. So I'm working 6 days a week at my normal full-time job. I'm teaching one place and I'm teaching another place. That is what you also need to do, is be very committed to this type of lifestyle. It is very fun. It is incredibly rewarding, but you are going to really have to hustle and make some sacrifices. During this time as well, I started to produce my podcast, Emo Social Club. Right now, where we are at almost 15,000 followers on TikTok and have over 45,000 downloads, audio downloads. And we have a very prosperous YouTube channel as well, where we post our interviews and other content as well. So when you take everything here educational-wise, everything I've learned from North Central, from College of DuPage, and from DePaul, and just everything in life, the 8 internships that I did in the music industry, things of that nature, and just learning from so many other people and looking towards mentors that I still keep in contact with for help and assistance and always asking questions, it has been very pivotal for me to get to where I need to today. Now, within my career as well, I ended up finally as a managing editor of podcasts at WBBM. Now, it is no longer around because podcasting has hit its flop era, and now we're in a resurgence, which is great. But during that time, I learned how to really program, create podcasts, manage people, work with really difficult situations and editorial decisions. I was also still teaching at that time as well. So when that gavel came down and they said, we're getting rid of this department, I said, I'm already teaching. Let me just transition over here as best as I can during this time. We're always thinking ahead, and we're always going to be ones that are going to be the most versatile because we're scrappy. We're able to navigate due to us having a wide variety of knowledge and skills. And not only that, we have the passion and we have the drive to do what we love to do. When you are going to be in this field, you need to be able to create your own content. You need to be able to work within other corporations' boundaries. But at the end of the day, you're doing it because you really do enjoy it and love it. And without the support from North Central College as a whole, honestly, and also from WONC, I would honestly not be where I am today before the age of 30. And that's something in radio and broadcast you can't say very often. So I hope that you guys really enjoy your time in high school and figuring out what you want to do in the rest of your life, whether it's college or whatever it is, because there is so much opportunity in media entertainment, especially now in 2024, that you can be your own content creator or create whatever you want. Everything is rapidly endless, just as long as you have the hustle. Thank you.
Tall person back at the mic. All right. Our third guest today is our most recent North Central graduate from 2023. Please welcome a morning host at Shaw Local Radio, Zane Truman.
The script looks a lot longer than it is. I'm sorry, I have bad eyes. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome once again to the Drury Awards. These awards have been around for about 20 years now, and every iteration brings in a new class of talent that's looking to bring home gold and make their future resume look just as bright and shiny as that trophy that's underneath there. I know 99.99% of you have no clue who I am, so I'm just going to introduce myself yet again. My name is Zane Truman. I'm an alumnus of North Central College, class of 23, of course, and veteran of WONC. I might still be a young gun in the industry. I've got only a few years under my belt, but I've been in radio for a little bit now, and I've got more experience than I give off. But in order to understand how I've gotten to where I am today, I'm going to take a real quick look to where everything began. I promise you, I will make this quick, or as quick as I can. Began in my hometown of Milford, Illinois. As of writing, it's a town of about 1,100 people, and my graduating class was a size of 35. We barely had the funding to afford a yearbook committee, let alone a media department. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do at the beginning of the year. And like most directionless high schoolers that watched way too many World War II movies as a kid, I decided on being a history teacher. And I'm suddenly realizing that Zach and I had very similar paths in life, so it's only a matter of time before I'm bald. Told you I was going off script. But all that changed with the first big assignment of the year for my senior English class, reading the morning announcements. Yeah, I know it's not a whole lot, but it's really what happened afterward that led me down the path I'm on right now. Went in, did my whole spiel, and afterwards, the school secretary turned to me and said, "Wow, you've got a great voice." And that's literally all it took, 5 words, to send me down a new uncharted path in my life. I looked at a few colleges, most of them not really standing out that much, but North Central really jumped out to me. And I because I'd already had a cousin who came here for football, and my sister attended for the science program in this very building. But what really stood out to me was that little house on the corner of Brainerd Street and Chicago Avenue, because of the big plaque on the top that just said 2015 College Radio Station of the Year. And I'd also heard it was a rock station, and that's about all it took. I ended up cutting my teeth in the off hours, taking an 8 to 10 p.m. spot on Wednesday and a 12 to 3 a.m. spot on Thursday, with a 2-hour nap in the basement in between. I know how dumb it was in hindsight, but my next class that day wasn't until 1:45. So It's fine. The next semester, got myself on a slightly normal schedule and decided to use my extra time to get familiar with the news department. And to be honest, I kind of just started there because I needed more hours so I could pick some easier shifts. But I stayed because I ended up loving informing the community on current events in the area and making sure that they were up to date on everything that was going on in the world. That also came with traffic reports and inevitably having to learn and relearn that we don't cover the Dan Ryan Expressway, even if there's a huge accident on it. A couple of years later, I was starting to get my footing and I got a lot more comfortable with the atmosphere down at the station. And I figured it was as good a time of any to start launching a specialty show to get into my real passion of metal music. You can probably tell from the hair. I was already a big fan of how much range we had with the usual songs, but I wanted to get really, really in depth. And luckily for me, somebody else at the station already had the same idea, and Vocal Distortion was born. I originally hosted it with my first co-host, Noel, who helped give me ideas on how to get the show off the ground and get it started. And then later with my co-host, Austin, who is older than the rest of us. We affectionately called him Grandpa. He already had some radio experience and decided to go back to school so that he could get his degree for real. We did a great job of sampling a little bit of everything in the genre, and I even got the chance to see some live concerts in the city, like the Trinity of Terror tour that had Motionless in White, Black Veil Brides, Ice Nine Kills, some acts like that. Any big fans out there? You in the suit? You look like you love metal. I see you over there. But I guess one show was never enough for me, so I decided to go in on my second passion, country music. I started a show called The Crossroads with my buddy Sam. We played all kinds of stuff from country rock to blues, and we even got to talk to some of the up-and-comers in the genre, like a young man by the name of Donnie Van Slee, who, if you're a big fan of The Voice, he recently participated in season 25. He got eliminated first round, but he was there, and that's still a little claim to fame. At about the same time, I joined the school's digital audio class, which was essentially just designed for radio students to learn how to make commercial spots, promos, PSAs, things like that. I'd always had a passion for creativity, and I didn't really know it when I started, but that would be my main focus of my radio career. I started out knowing absolutely nothing of how to use an audio editing software. I barely even knew how to write a script. I was terrible. I mean, I remember writing a thing with Lassie, and I just kind of ran off that. I had random dog barking noises. It was something, but by the end of my time, I'd kind of ironed things out, didn't do the dog thing again. And by the end of that class, I had received 13 different nominations for my work. 4 nominations for the Intercollegiate Broadcasting Systems Awards that I didn't end up winning any of, but being considered one of the best in the nation and getting sent to Times Square doesn't really sound like that bad a trade-off. The other 9 came in the form of Illinois Broadcasters Association Silver Dome Awards, in which I won the Best PSA in 2022 and Best Air Check and Best Spot Awards in 2023. And after just those 4 years, became a full-time DJ and production specialist out at Shaw Local Radio down in the Starved Rock area in the LaSalle, Peru township. And I had just recently earned my 14th nomination for Best Sports Update at the 2024 IBA Awards. Don't clap, didn't win that one either. All this from just one little sentence. Wow, you've got a great voice. Now, I know what you're thinking. That was a great 5-minute long humble brag, but what does that have to do with anything that I have planned? And trust me, I've been in your shoes before at plenty of award ceremonies with windbags like me hogging all the time to tell their life story from birth. But I mention all of those things I went through just to highlight how quickly the industry changes. New trends are constantly coming and going, whether it's memes or songs on TikTok or how people seem to think AI is going to replace radio for good. And spoiler alert, everybody said that TV would kill radio, vinyl, CDs, VCRs, pretty much anything in the world was going to kill radio, and none of it happened. So we're going to be around for a while. And with all of these trends and technologies that are constantly evolving, so will your skills and your abilities. With just 4 years of work here at WONC, I was able to accomplish so much. And some of you are already 4 years in your high school careers, all of you being recognized for the amazing work that you've done by the time that I was just starting out. Imagine how much more you can do with 4 years of a head start underneath you. You've been given an opportunity that not many get the chance to have, so don't let it go to waste. And once again, I'd like to congratulate all of you for making it this far. And I have one final note for everybody. To all the runner-ups, don't let missing out on an award make you miss out on an opportunity. There's always next year and even bigger ponds and bigger fish to move on to and give it another shot. And to the winners, be gracious and courteous, but don't forget to enjoy the moment. You never know when you'll be on the other side of the coin, like I have been multiple times. Once again, finally, congratulations to everybody, and let's get on with it.
I'm bald by choice. All right. Thank you to our guests today for their time and their insights. We can all take a deep breath now and then get really anxious because it is time to get down to business. We are honoring students this year as well as advisors and stations in 20 categories. I'll go through the nominees in the category and then name third place, second place, and the winner. If they are in attendance today, third and second place will come up and receive their certificates, and the winner or their station's representative will come up to receive their school's trophy, and if they would like to, they can say a few words. You don't have to, but if you want to, the option is yours. We're going to kick things off with the nominees for Best Website. WGSradio.com, WGHS, Glenbard West High School. WWPTFM.org, WWPT Staples High School. WLTL.net, WLTL Lyons Township High School. 889thebridge.org, KMIH Mercer Island High School. 887thepulse.org, KVIT East Valley Institute of Technology. In third place, WWPTFM.org, WWPT Staples High School. In second place, WLTL.net, WLTL Lyons Township High School. And the winner for Best Website is 889thebridge.org, KMIH Mercer Island High School. Watching on our live stream. Thank you. The nominees for Best Use of Social Media are the Pulse's 5th Annual Senior Salute, KVIT East Valley Institute of Technology, WGHS Instagram, WGHS Glenbard West High School, WLTL Instagram, WLTL Lyons Township High School, KEOM Facebook, KEOM Mesquite Schools, KMIH Instagram, KMIH Mercer Island High School. In third place, KEOM Facebook, KEOM Mesquite Schools. In second place, KMIH Instagram, KMIH Mercer Island High School. And the winner for Best Use of Social Media is WLTL Instagram, WLTL Lyons Township High School. Around this way. If you would like to say something, you may. And there's a trophy there for you. You can just shove me out of the way. It's fine. All right. Nominees for Best Use of Video. Nick Schultz, Diego Puga, Pulse and EVIT marketing students and staff, Pulse Records Promo, KVIT East Valley Institute of Technology. Rain McLeese, Caitlin James, and Porter Hand, Teen Takeover, WPPB Anderson Career and Technology Center. Kendra Gutkowski, WGHS Radio Glenbard, WGHS Glenbard West High School. Madeline Dagenhart, WPSR News Now, WPSR Southern Indiana Career and Technical Center. And Ethan Meyer, Dan, the Leo and Ethan Show, WLTL Lyons Township High School. In third place, Rain McLeese, Caitlin James, and Porter Hand, Teen Takeover, WPPB Anderson Career and Technology Center. In second place, Madeline Dagenhart, WPSR News Now, WPSR Southern Indiana Career and Technical Center. And the winner for Best Use of Video is Ethan Meyer for Dan, The Leo and Ethan Show, WLTL Lyons Township High School. The nominees for Best Newscast are Mireille Fernandez, Dog News, thedogradio.com, Crown Point High School. Sarah Kalb, WWPT News Update, WWPT Staples High School. Chloe Yang and Nicole Henderson, KMIH News Update with Chloe and Nicole, KMIH Mercer Island High School. Olivia Bryant and Jay Hadel, BRH News 3724, WBRH Baton Rouge Magnet High School. And Elise Taylor and Nadia Halem, Newsfile 11 2023, WSDP Plymouth Canton Community Schools. In third place, Chloe Yang and Nicole Henderson, KMIH News Update with Chloe and Nicole, KMIH Mercer Island High School. In second place, Mireille Fernandez, Dog News, thedogradio.com, Crown Point High School.
BRH News for Thursday, March 7th. I'm Olivia Bryant. Yesterday, Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry signed into law the remaining bills approved during the special session on crime.
The winner for Best Newscast is Olivia Bryant and Jay Hadel, BRH News 3724, WBRH Baton Rouge Magnet High School. The nominees for Best News Feature Story are Haley Nguyen, Seattle Christmas Market, KMIH Mercer Island High School. Brandon Walensky, Kids Time Daycare, WGBK Glenbrook North High School. Charlie Scott, AI Brain Implants, WWPT Staples High School. Jay Hadel, Book Bands, WBRH Baton Rouge Magnet High School. And Riley Elrod, Cameras in Public, WPPB Anderson Career and Technology Center. In third place, Riley Elrod, Cameras in Public, WPPB Anderson Career and Technology Center. In second place, Charlie Scott, AI Brain Implants, WWPT Staples High School.
America, an organization supporting writers' freedom of expression, recorded over 3,300 banned books in U.S. public schools in just the 2022-2023 school year, which is over 30%.
The winner for Best News Feature Story is Jay Hadel, Book Bands, WBRH Baton Rouge Magnet High School. The nominees for Best Public Affairs Program are Charlie Scott, Tech Addiction, WWPT Staples High School. Mihir Shastri, Community Focus, WSDP Plymouth Canton Community Schools. Ann Scodro and Sydney Bonner, The History of WLTL Radio, WLTL Lyons Township High School. Lenore Carey, Public Pulse, Make-A-Wish, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. And Sophia Loisel, interview with Representative Tana Sen, KMIH, Mercer Island High School. In third place, Mihir Shastri, Community Focus, WSDP, Plymouth Canton Community Schools. In second place, Sophia Loisel, interview with Representative Tana Sen, KMIH, Mercer Island High School.
Highlighted that while the issue of personal device use is less prevalent in elementary schools, some parents request their child to have a device for safety reasons. School board.
The winner for Best Public Affairs Program is Charlie Scott, Tech Addiction, WWPT Staples High School.
Thank you very much. I remember broadcasting this that one night. It was a really late night in the studio with Mr. Hyder and Henry Manning. So shout out Henry if you're watching. A lot of fun. Thank you so much.
The nominees for Best Station Promo are Sophia Loisel and Kate Lennington, February Fundraiser, KMIH, Mercer Island High School. Carter Schwartz, WCYT Station Promo, WCYT Homestead High School. Ethan Meyer, 1990s promo number 5, WLTL Lyons Township High School. Rain McLeese and Caitlin James, Boo in the Park, WPPB Anderson Career and Technology Center. Nick Banda, EVIT Expo, Culinary Arts, KVIT East Valley Institute of Technology. In third place, Rain McLeese and Caitlin James, Boo in the Park, WPPB Anderson Career and Technology Center. In second place, Sophia Loisel and Kate Lennington, February fundraiser, KMIH Mercer Island High School.
What up, home skillets? WLTL plays all your favorite 90s hits.
The winner for Best Station Promo is Ethan Meyer, 1990s promo number 5, WLTL Lyons Township High School. We're trying to hide so you cannot see who the other winners are when you come up. We're being very crafty. The nominees for Best PSA are Mia Tamarkin and Brooke Newell, Concert Safety, KMIH Mercer Island High School. Grant Doby, Smoking Awareness, WBFH, Bloomfield Hills High School. Cameron Mertes, One Bag of Chips, KDPS, Des Moines Public High School. Lenore Carey, Autism Awareness, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. And Spencer Gottlieb, Sanchit Aurora, and Matthew Stashower, Cyberbullying, WWPT Staples High School. In third place, Spencer Gottlieb, Sanchit Aurora, and Matthew Stashower, Cyberbullying, WWPT Staples High School. In second place, Lenore Carey, Autism Awareness, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology.
Just cash me out already.
Take this while you're at it.
What's this?
Life contract. You're signing your life away to tobacco.
Crazy old man. Remind me to never buy from you again.
The winner for Best PSA
Good morning. Another life loss.
is Grant Doby, Smoking Awareness, WBFH, Bloomfield Hills High School. The nominees for Best Sports Play-by-Play are Noah Lance, Braxton Hall, and Malachi Stout, Homestead at Northside Basketball, WCYT Homestead High School. Jason Ritchie, Basketball, Basha versus Brophy, KVIT East Valley Institute of Technology. Charlie Scott and Matthew Stashower, Staples versus, is it New Canaan? New Canaan, that was my second guess. New Canaan Lacrosse, WWPT Staples High School. Ryan O'Connor and Timothy Gleason, Bedford Biddy Basketball Championship Game, WBNH, Bedford High School. Ray Walewski and Eric Romer, LT versus Hinsdale Central Basketball, Rockathon Special, WLTL Lyons Township High School. In third place, Ray Walewski and Eric Romer, LT versus Hinsdale Central Basketball, Rockathon Special, WLTL Lyons Township High School. In second place, Noah Lance, Braxton Hall, and Malachi Stout, Homestead at Northside Basketball, WCYT Homestead High School.
Charlie Clark on the right side. Clark will get inside. He'll pass it to Caleb Smith, who will score. The long pull on the top of the crease puts it bottom right. And the Wreckers are up 10 off a goal.
Never thought lacrosse would be that exciting. The winner for Best Sports Play-by-Play is Charlie Scott and Matthew Stashower, Staples versus New Canaan, right? Lacrosse, WWPT Staples High School.
Thank you so much for this, and thank you to everyone. Thank you to Mr. Hyder, best teacher ever. Thank you to my dad and everyone else. Yeah, thank you. Sure, and thank you to Charlie too, the best partner.
Yeah, this was an insanely fun game to call. For context, Staples was not supposed to win this game at all, and we scored the first 10 goals in like 4 minutes. And blew them out in the semifinals of the playoffs. So super exciting. Thank you to Matt. Thank you to the lacrosse team for winning. I have a bunch of friends on the team. So, and of course, thank you to my parents and Mr. Hyder and my brother and everybody. Thank you.
The nominees for Best Sports Talk Show are Landon Nelson and Jeremiah Penrod, All Gas No Breaks, WBDG Ben Davis High School. Ryan Welsh and Mireille Fernandez, Dog Pound, thedogradio.com, Crown Point High School. Leah Murawski, Brendan McGuire, and Milo Berkeley, 3 of the Key, KMIH, Mercer Island High School. Adam Beadle Sports Show, KVAT, East Valley Institute of Technology. Magdalena Leonard and Jaden Reich, Power Play Panel, WBFH, Bloomfield Hills High School. In third place, Leah Murawski, Brendan McGuire, and Milo Berkeley, 3 in the Key, KMIH, Mercer Island High School. In second place, Ryan Welsh and Mireille Fernandez, Dog Pound, thedogradio.com, Crown Point High School.
But is Trenton Bourget sort of that leader, that captain of the quarterback room? Absolutely. And I think it's absolutely deserved given through, coming on as a walk-on, getting the scholarship, right? ASU doesn't win that Washington game unless Trenton Bourget has the performance he has.
The winner for Best Sports Talk Show is Adam Beadle Sports Show, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology.
I am not Adam Beadle. I think he was planning on watching. So Adam, I hope you're watching on the live stream. Adam is a freshman at ASU in the Cronkite School. Really worked his butt off, and he's still a large part of our Pulse Radio Sports Department. Continues to give back and work with the new students in the program. So congrats to Adam.
The nominees for Best Sportscast are Lenore Carey, Pulse Sports Update, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. Thomas Scott, 426 Sports Update, NFL Draft, WWPT, Staples High School. Porter Hand, Sports Update, WPPB, Anderson Career Technology Center. Maggie Blom, Sports Update with Maggie Blom, KMIH, Mercer Island High School. Mireille Fernandez, Weekly Update on Sports, thedogradio.com, Crown Point High School. In third place, Maggie Blom, Sports Update with Maggie Blom, KMIH, Mercer Island High School. In second place, Porter Hand, Sports Update, WPPB Anderson Career and Technology Center.
Good morning, I'm Lenore Carey, and there was some ninth inning heroics last night at Chase Field as Kevin Newman delivered a walk-off 2-run single to lead the Diamondbacks to a 6-5 win. Over
The winner for Best Sportscast is Lenore Carey, Pulse Sports Update, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. Are you sure you don't want to say something?
I couldn't have done this without Mr. Jude. He's probably my favorite teacher ever. Sorry, Mom, I'm homeschooled. But this was really wonderful, and just thank you for the awesome program that we have back at EVIT.
The nominees for Best Radio Drama are Riley Elrod and Jonathan Hayden, Who Done It, WPPB Anderson Career and Technology Center. Raiden Bell, Hunter Iverson, Alexa Turmanson, Amar Shandi, and Ryan Butler, How Silently, KVCB, Vacaville Christian School. Liam Green, The Black Cat, thedogradio.com, Crown Point High School. Dax Thacker, Aftermath, WCYT, Homestead High School. Olivia Burklow and Mariah Moore, Real Elves of Santa's Workshop, WPSR, Southern Indiana Career and Technical Center. In third place, Olivia Burklow and Mariah Moore, Real Elves of Santa's Workshop, WPSR, Southern Indiana Career and Technical Center. In second place, Riley Elrod and Jonathan Hayden, Who Done It, WPPB Anderson Career and Technology Center.
He's waking up. Get into position. Where am I? Hey, you're awake. Great. Let's get started.
The winner for Best Radio Drama is Dak Stacker, Aftermath, WCYT Homestead High School.
I'm also not Dex. Hopefully you're back home. You're supposed to be here today. Hopefully you're watching. I just want to thank Zach, WONC North Central College. No matter how much we tell, the instructors tell the kids how good they are, I think validation like this really helps prove it. And we do appreciate you guys putting this on. And it just helps showcase a little bit more to them that what you're doing is great. And winning these awards like this helps so much with their confidence and everything else. So thank you so much for putting this on.
The nominees for Best Podcast are Isabella Sanfilippo, Becky McLean, and Dia Mendel. The I Love You podcast, WCHS Communications High School. Chloe Yang, Divided, KMIH Mercer Island High School. Liberty Simpson, Escape the Box, WPPB Anderson Career and Technology Center. Riken Moon and Charlie Miller, Astronomical Thoughts Podcast, KASB Bellevue High School. Ethan Lee and Ben Sabin, The Pursuit of Happiness, WGBK Glenbrook North High School. In third place, Liberty Simpson, Escape the Box, WPPB Anderson Career and Technology Center. In second place, Ethan Lee and Ben Sabin, The Pursuit of Happiness, WGBK Glenbrook North High School.
Whenever there's differences, you could say that about relationships. You could say that about a lot of things. So in the play, it's about relationships.
The winner for Best Podcast is Chloe Yang, Divided, KMIH Mercer Island High School. The nominees for Best DJ are Madeline Hadley, KVIT East Valley Institute of Technology. Elizabeth Kelly, WSDP Plymouth Canton Community Schools. Katie Beyer and Michael Walsh, WLTL, Lyons Township High School. Macy Gray, WCYT, Homestead High School. Caden Kumjian, I hope I said that right, WBFH, Bloomfield Hills High School. In third place, Madeline Hadley, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. In second place, Katie Beyer and Michael Walsh, WLTL, Lyons Township High School.
Spacey on 2.0, the next level of radio, and I never understood the senioritis effect until now. Less than 6 months until graduation, and let me tell you, I am feeling it. But we are pushing through, and much like the Bee Gees, we're staying alive on 2.0.
The winner for Best DJ is Macy Gray, WCYT, Homestead High School.
Felt like it's only fitting because I think my parents would have chanted for me if I didn't and made me a little bit embarrassed. This is going to be so much fun. I work for a radio station in Fort Wayne now. I didn't go to college, unfortunately, maybe I should, but they were all back home like, do you think you could do it? Do you think you could do it? So I'm so excited that I get to go home and show them like, I could do it. Thank you to literally everyone at Homestead High School. My radio teachers never gave up on me. They were so sweet. And thank you to obviously North Central for putting this on. Thank you.
You should come here for college. The nominees for Best Talk Show are John Kruger and Charlie Appleby, The John and Charlie Show, WGHS, Glenbard West High School. Kaylee Palomo, Jessica Dobose, and Trent Jocelyn, The Morning Bark, TheDogRadio.com, Crown Point High School. Ryder Stone, Diego Silva, Music Talk, WGBK, Glenbrook North High School. Lily Kuklo Shambo and Josh Bodges, The Pulse, WLTL, Lyons Township High School. Axel Barobia and Asa Lindsay, iTech Show, Episode 5, KVIT East Valley Institute of Technology. In third place, John Kruger and Charlie Appleby, The John and Charlie Show, WGHS, Glenbard West High School. In second place, Lily Kokolo. I know I'm butchering this. She's not here. Okay, so okay. Lily Kokulo Shambo and Josh Bodges, The Pulse, WLTL, Lyons Township High School.
I will say it says that there are 2 scripts in development, one starring Margot Robbie in a female lead spinoff and one without Margot Robbie.
Okay, wait. Now I kind of like it. I love Margaret.
The winner for Best Talk Show is Kaylee Palomo, Jessica Dobose, and Trent Jocelyn. The Morning Bark, thedogradio.com, Crown Point High School. The nominees for Best Specialty Music Show are Henry Manning and Charlie Scott, Music Talk, The $20 Album Is Gone, WWPT, Staples High School. Michael Walsh, WLTL Presents, MTV Countdown Flashback, WLTL, Lyons Township High School. Porter Hand, Rockology, WPPB, Anderson Career and Technology Center. Jesse Jones, Bo Diddley, WBRH, Baton Rouge Magnet School. And Sam Pador, Tribute to Dickie Betts, KMIH, Mercer Island High School. In third place, Jesse Jones, Bo Diddley, WBRH, Baton Rouge Magnet High School. In second place, Henry Manning and Charlie Scott, Music Talk, The $20 Album Is Gone, WWPT, Staples High School.
Welcome to Rockology from Alice to ZZ. This is the show where I analyze the songs that shake you all night long. It has been a while since the last Rockology episode, so I guess you could call today a comeback special of sorts. We're going to be looking...
The winner for Best Specialty Music Show is Porter Hand, Rockology, WPPB, Anderson Career and Technology Center. All right, this brings us to the final 4 categories of our ceremony today. The first is Broadcaster of the Year. Now, to be eligible for this award, students needed to submit entries into several categories, showing great versatility and skill in different areas of broadcasting. I would like to recognize all of the qualifying students in this year's competition. Please hold your applause until all the qualifying students have been mentioned. Jason Ritchie, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. Lenore Carey, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. Porter Hand, WPPB, Anderson Career and Technology Center. Weston Hockhauser, WWPT, Staples High School. Charlie Scott, WWPT, Staples High School. Henry Manning, WWPT, Staples High School. While all of these students have shown their versatility, skill, and great promise as young broadcasters, only one can be named the John Drury High School Radio Awards Broadcaster of the Year. This year, that honor is awarded to Charlie Scott, WWPT, Staples High School.
Thank you so much. Back to back is kind of crazy. I did not expect this at all. And I just want to say that Weston and Henry, and I'm sure all the other nominees as well, deserve this just as much as I did. They both put in the exact same hours during the last few weeks of the submission period and over the course of the 3 years that Weston's been at high school and the 4 years that Henry was at high school. So thank you so much to them and Mr. Hyder and Sanjit and Stash and everybody in the station. Thank you so much. And my parents, of course, as well. Thank you guys. Yeah. And thank you. Really appreciate it.
One of the things that has become apparent during my years as a radio advisor is the importance of strong student leadership. Students are what make these radio stations run, and it's their voices that make them great. And while many students put forth great effort and exhibit immense talent, there are some who rise above the rest to set the ultimate example and raise the bar for their station. I would like to recognize all the students who were nominated for the Outstanding Student Leadership Award. Toli Odievich, KMIH, Mercer Island High School. Katie Byer, WLTL, Lyons Township High School. Michael Walsh, WLTL, Lyons Township High School. Leela Finnegan, WLTL, Lyons Township High School. Jason Ritchie, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. Charlie Scott, WWPT, Staples High School. Ryan Butler, KVCB, Vacaville Christian School. These students all exemplify what a leader is, and I'm sure their advisors and their classmates are grateful for everything they do. The recipient of the inaugural Outstanding Student Leadership Award is Charlie Scott, WWPT, Staples High School.
Thank you again to all the same people from before, but I just want to say that Broadcaster Year is awesome, but I think this means infinitely more, at least to me, because Hyder says it all the time, and I hear this all the time, but this award is not just for me, but it's for Aiden Parnes, it's for Devin Jarvis, Zach Brody, Cam Manna, Cooper Boardman, Jack Caldwell, all the countless WWPT executive coordinators that came before me, because again, I'm just standing on their shoulders, on their shoulders, on their shoulders, on their shoulders. So the tiny influence that I could have made is only possible from the massive influences that all of them made. So thank you very much.
While students are the lifeblood of these stations, they all have a dedicated, hardworking advisor overseeing their growth and success. They not only teach skills for future broadcasters, but they also make my job a lot easier if they decide to come to North Central and work at WONC. I give you my undying gratitude for that. But I'd like to take a moment to recognize all the advisors who spend countless hours teaching a full load of classes, grading homework, preparing things for their classes, all while running great radio stations. Join me in thanking all of them for the work that they do. This year, the recipient of Best Radio Station Advisor is being recognized for their dedication to their students in and out of the classroom. This advisor always makes themselves available for all reasons and makes their students a priority, going above and beyond to make their experience exceptional. Students said this advisor inspires them with things beyond radio through their own selflessness, and they mentioned numerous times the positive influence this advisor has had on their time in high school. The recipient of the award for Best Radio Station Advisor is Chris Thomas, WLTL, Lyons Township High School.
Take it from me now. I got to hold it. Thank you very much. Thank you to the students who wrote the letters for me. I'm really happy to be an advisor. I know all of my fellow advisors are happy to be an advisor. And I love that we're advisors of the year nominees, because truly what we do is advise. And that's the best part of my job, is when they come to me with ideas and ask what they could do. And I say, go for it. Even if I know in my head it might fail, even if I know in my head it might succeed, we get to advise them and watch them grow, and it's a lovely part of my job. Love doing it every day. So thank you to the students again who nominated me, to our administration at LT for their support, to everybody who's come before me in this role, and to you guys for hosting these awards every year. Thank you so much, everybody.
All right, that brings us to our final award of the day. The award for Best High School Radio Station. This year, there were more entries from more entrants than ever, and that makes the level of competition rise. Listening through the submissions this year, I was blown away by the depth of skill, maturity, and overall quality of the stations who are participating. Every year, I am reminded that the future of radio broadcasting is very bright. Hearing students showcase their talents on the air, in the production studio, and more tells me that whatever the future holds for them, there's absolutely a place for them in radio and media, and I would love it if they chose to do it at North Central. I'm going to say that a lot, just so you know. All of you should be very proud of the work that you've done. Only one station can be named the best in the nation today. I am honored to grant the award for the 2023-2024 John Drury High School Radio Awards Best High School Radio Station to KMIH, Mercer Island High School. I'm sure they're going crazy on the live stream right now. They were unable to have a representative in attendance today, but I did get a statement from their faculty advisor, Joe Bryant. KMIH is very honored to be chosen as the station of the year. There are so many great high school stations in the country, and particularly in the Midwest region. 88.9 The Bridge serves the Seattle area with daily news, sports, live broadcasts, play-by-play sports, and podcasts with more than 160 students currently enrolled. KMIH is truly a student-driven station with the bulk of the music programming and broadcasting done by the student staff of Mercer Island High School. So this is a team award shared by our entire student staff community. In addition to broadcasting locally at 88.9 FM, you can also stream them at kmih.org and check out their many student podcasts. While we have won many individual accolades, KMIH has never been honored as a Station of the Year on a national level, and this honor means a great deal to us. I wish we could be there with you in person and hope our travel plans and budget will permit us to attend in person next year. Hallelujah. Congratulations to all the students who took the time to enter content for awards consideration this year and who keep the flames of student radio burning brightly from coast to coast. You represent the best of the best in high school radio, and for a person that has been in the business a long time, I'm super excited to hear so much great work being done by the next generation of broadcast professionals. Again, congratulations to KMIH, Mercer Island High School, as the high school radio station of the year. Congratulations to all of our nominees and winners this year. Continue honing your craft, whether it's on air, in the production studio, on social media, or elsewhere. Even if you decide to take another career path outside of radio, outside of broadcasting, outside of media, the skills you'll have will be invaluable. Thank you to our alumni guests today, Justin Cornwell, Lizzie Baumgartner, and Zane Truman. Thank you to Jesse and Gray, my students who made themselves available to help me execute our ceremony today. I could not do this without you. Thank you to the North Central College Maintenance Department, Information Technology Services, and Parkhurst Food Service for setting all of this up for us today. Thank you to the advisors who dedicate so much time to growing the young broadcasters who we've honored here today. And thank you to the parents to these young broadcasters who show their support as well, even if you think going into radio is dumb, which it's not. It's awesome. Before you leave today, I do have certificates for all of the nominees, so please make sure that you hang back and receive yours. Feel free to take some pictures. We'll move this out so you can take pictures in front of it. Grab some more food if you'd like for the road. Spend time with one another, networking. Thank you again for taking part in the 2023-24 John Drury High School Radio Awards, and I hope to see you again here next year.